diamond dealer Louis Liebenberg, his wife Dezzi, and 7 co-accused have been formally charged at the Bronkhorstspruit Magistrate's Court.
And the suspects were arrested in Gauteng and the Northwest during a multidisciplinary operation on Tuesday and Wednesday.
The investors were allegedly scammed out of more than 4 billion rand since 2019.
And here's what Liebenberg had to say when reporters asked him how he was feeling.
Anything to say, Louis? How are you feeling today? Anything?
Life is good. Thanks to the media for making me famous.
Let's get more details now on this particular story. We speak to SABC News reporter Hasina Gori, who is joining us live now. Hasina, of course, quite an eventful day in court there, but it does appear, according to the state, they allege that the syndicate was involved in dealing with unpolished diamonds and fraud. Tell us more.
So as you mentioned, quite an eventful, busy day at the Bronkhorstspruit Magistrate Court in Tshwane, and where Liebenberg, along with his 8 other co-accused, including his wife, were made a first appearance and were formally charged on these crimes. But to explain the background into the syndicate that they were currently operating since 2019, allegedly, is that they were going onto social media and advertising unpolished diamonds and inviting potential investors to come in and invest in the business. And there was a promise of a very lucrative return, and that never materialized. We spoke to some of the victims who were there in court today. There was also an organization that was representing some of these victims, trying to get an understanding of what exactly took place. One man who we spoke to, Toby Maynard, he said he had met with Louis, and 2 years after that meeting, he started, was invited to invest. And on the first time, he invested a small amount, and then there was excuses, and he was not ever given a payout. But he managed to keep investing for, quite a few times, and he said he lost 150,000. When we spoke with others, what they explained was that investors would first put in an amount of 5,000 to 10,000 rand and get 100% return back. And once they felt that this was a legitimate, investment, they would then put large sums in, and that's when they would get scammed and not see any of their returns, the initial investment, or even that returns that were promised. And this went on. Many of them there saying that they just wanted justice to be served, and all they wanted was for Louis to be brought to the book, and that's what they're seeing today. That's what we saw in court, taking place, outside of the court proceedings.
And Hasina, it does seem like he was in high spirits, somewhat.
Very high spirits. We saw him walk into court chanting at some point to the gallery, saying Viva MK and Viva Msholozi. Just heightening that link to former President Jacob Zuma that he's known for having, allegedly donated quite a large sum of money amounting to tunes of like 3 billion rand for former President Jacob Zuma's own private prosecution. It's also, we know that held his own independent candidate. He was in the last elections as an independent candidate. When he was asked about Jacob Zuma and his relationship with Jacob Zuma by the media, he candidly said, Zuma was a really good man and that they were good friends and that he had visited him. So really speaking to even the victims, saying, it's good to see you, or like having conversations with them. He also got quite emotional at some stage when he was questioned and pressed on whether or not he thought, he was guilty and how he felt. And he said that he believes it's a conspiracy and that he's lost all his money and that he is not guilty. So really, speaking quite candidly to the journalists, to the media, to the gallery as well. The other accused, not so much. We didn't manage to get any kind of comments or response from them.